What if we globally allowed for the attunement to the needs, wants, desires, and our deepest yearnings to be met? What if our generosity with ourselves, each other, the world, and the future generations was the primary map and compass for how we orient ourselves? What if we abandoned the fantasy that we can get at that which we seek by seeking control, approval, and security through the acquisition of specific material items and circumstances? What if we turned to our relationships with each other to get at that which we most deeply yearn for? What if our government truly served that which our desires, our needs, our wants, and our deepest yearnings? What if the idea of government is not or was not intrinsically failed or faulted? What if the government could truly and actually and with integrity serve the needs of the people, the wants of the people? What if we elected, put into power, put into positions of influence, individuals both capable and willing and even devoted to serving our global community? What if all the world's governments committed to working together towards a common vision? What would that vision be? What would you show up for? What would you stand up for? What would you take a stand for? What would we create together? What kind of a world would you wish for your children and your children's children and your children's children's children? How would we respond to our current global situation? To the weather anomalies, to the tornadoes and volcanoes and the towns being ripped in half, to Fukushima's nuclear corruption, to the corruption present in the profitability structure of our nuclear power systems? What would we do with our bombs? With our armies? With our military? With our guns? And with our government corruption? What would the world be if we, as a rising civilization, as an emerging civilization, what would the world be if we, as an awakening civilization, stopped resisting that which we are done with, that which we are complete with, and also stopped collapsing and stopped attacking, but instead held a line with it, held our ground, held our vision, devoted ourselves to allowing space for its actualization, refused to participate in corrupt systems without their reorientation? What if we, an awakening civilization, allowed ourselves and our actions and our behaviors to be in integrity with the values we hold? What if we allowed ourselves to be present with what's here, to sink into, rest into our center? What would that feel like? What if we allowed ourselves to welcome the fullness of our experience, our anger, our frustration, our joy, to welcome our inspiration, to get at that which ignites our souls, which compels us forth? What if we welcomed the fullness of our experience, our pain, our sorrow, our joy, all of it? What would that feel like? What if we allowed for our coherence, our integrity, our resonance between that which we're intending to be and that which we're being, that which we value and that which we're choosing, between our inner world and how we show up in the world? What if we allowed for awareness of our wholeness, our integration, the parts of us or synthesized being of us that is already integrated? And what if we also allowed for our partness, recognition of the fragmented nature of our psyche and being and the process of becoming, of moving towards wholeness? What if we allowed for recognition of ourselves as conduits through which what happens? What happens through you? What moves you? What flows forth into existence through your being? What if we allowed ourselves to recognize ourselves as conduits, to clean out the obstacles to allowing life, vitality, inspiration, coherence, presence, and appreciation to move through us? Generosity to move through us. What would this be like?